Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Sauce. Not a good MLB night. We went 1-3, dropped a unit and some change. I can't be too mad about it because I'm having a great NBA night, so I'm not letting it crush me. We shouldn't have tried to force 4 bets with this little shitty 6-game slate. Whatever. Let's move on to Friday. 15 games. Friday's always my favorite MLB night to bet. So we're going through all 15. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Sauce. The Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
First up, Seattle on the road at Detroit. Marco Gonzalez pitching against Matthew Boyd. Seattle opens up as minus 150 favorites. Total opens up at 9. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, after 5 innings, we're looking at 4-0 Tigers. Final score 4-2 Tigers. No need to really do a deep dive into this one. The Tigers are 7-2 in their last 9 games. Seattle's coming off a 6-game homestand against back-to-back division rivals. So coming off those tough games, definitely a nice little spot to fade the Mariners. I know Matthew Boyd hasn't been crazy reliable, but shit, neither has Marco Gonzalez. Also, it's a lefty-lefty pitching matchup, and in the last 30 days, Detroit is 3rd in Major League Baseball in WRC plus against lefties. Seattle, 27th in the same time span. I'm not overthinking it. Definitely on the Tigers. I like the first 5 money line at plus 100, and I like the full game money line at plus 110. Next game. Reds at Marlins. Graham Ashcraft pitching against highly touted prospect Yuri Perez, making his first career start. Marlins open up as minus 130 favorites. Total opens up at 8.5. Obviously, we can't take a look at the model because we have no data for Perez making his first career start, like I said. You might be asking, Kyle, why are the Marlins favored here with a rookie making his first MLB start against Graham Ashcraft? The answer? Because this rookie is the #1 prospect in the entire Marlins organization and the 10th highest rated prospect in all of baseball. Graham Ashcraft coming off arguably the worst start of his entire career. White Sox just hung 8 runs on him in just 1 2/3 innings pitched. If you remember last season, we saw the same pattern with Ashcraft. He started off the season hot with 4 or 5 great starts, then completely fell off. Looks like we're seeing the same shit here. I mean, he pitched great in April. Now he's starting to look shaky. I know the Marlins don't have the best numbers against right-handed pitching on the season, but the last 2 right-handed starters that they saw, they hit them both up for a combined 10 runs. And then on the other side, you got the Reds numbers. The Reds have pretty good numbers against righty. That might scare you a bit, but keep in mind, most of that production came at home in Great American Ballpark. On the road against righties, Cincinnati is just 29th over the last month. I'm betting Miami for the simple fact that odds makers put them as favorites here with a rookie making his first career start. Public comes in heavy on the Reds, and the line moves towards the Marlins. Definitely on Miami here, sharp as hell. Give me Miami money line at minus 132 next game. Mets at Nats. Tyler McGill pitching against Mackenzie Gore. Mets open up as minus 130 favorites. Total opens up at 9. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet after 5 innings. We're looking at 3-3. Final score 6-4 Mets. I'm going under in this one. I don't trust the Mets bats at all. I certainly don't trust them against left-handed pitching. And the Nats just never seem to score runs at home. I'm a lot more comfortable backing Washington on the road than at home. Total set all the way up at 9. I think that's way too high. So yeah, give me the under at 9. Next game. Pirates at Orioles. The market that I'm looking for isn't open yet, but I can almost guarantee you I'll be betting the Pirates team total under, obviously, right? I mean, this Pittsburgh team has scored just 15 runs in their last 10 games. I mean, their hitting slump has passed the point of being sad. It's now to the point of being hilarious. 15 runs in 10 games. So I'll almost definitely be betting Pirates team total under here. I just don't have the line open yet. So let's move on to the next one. Rays at Yankees. I'm skipping this one. Line isn't open yet. Garrett Cole's pitching, so I'll probably like the Yankees in this spot, but like I said, line's not open. Next. Braves at Blue Jays. I'm skipping this one too. I like the Braves. Toronto's returning from a 9-game road trip, but minus 145 is just too expensive for me. I'll probably use Braves money line in the parlay of the day, or maybe use them in some kind of combination, some kind of same game parlay. But as of right now, I'm skipping next game. Cardinals at Red Sox. Adam Wainwright pitching against James Paxton. Boston opens up as minus 140 favorites. Total opens up at 9.5. Obviously, we can't use the spreadsheet in this one because we have no data in for James Paxton. So like I said, James Paxton making his first major league start of the season. It's actually his first major league start in 3 years. Guess what? I don't care. Boston is the play. I know the Red Sox lost a couple there against the Braves, but as a whole, the last 2 weeks or so, the Red Sox have been plus money cashing machines. The lineup seems to have cooled off a bit, but I'm not letting this trend die. Huge win over the Braves on Wednesday. Now we get the Cardinals with Adam Wainwright on the mound. Wainwright got shelled by the Tigers in his first start back from injury. Dating back to last season, Wainwright's last 7 starts. Listen to this. Wainwright's last 7 starts. Opponents are hitting .359 off him. Last 7 starts, he's got a 7.22 ERA. You got to go all the way back past last October, past last September, all the way back to August 28th of last season to find the last time Adam Wainwright had a quality start. Add in the fact that Boston also has a bullpen advantage. I'm definitely on the Bo Sox, without a doubt. Don't at me. Boston moneyline minus 104 next game. Angels at Guardians. Tyler Anderson pitching against Logan Allen. Angels open up as minus 130 favorites, but this line actually moved about 30 cents already. We'll get to that in a second. Total opens up at 9. Let's take a quick look at the model here. After 5 innings, we're looking at 2-0 Angels. Final score 4-0 Angels. This pick seems way too obvious that it's scaring me a bit. I mean, but how do we not take the Angels here? Yes, LA has lost 4 of their last 5 games, but they were against Texas and Houston, 2 of the toughest teams in the AL, both division rivals. Cleveland's been so bad. The Guardians have scored just 19 runs in their last 10 games. That offense is almost as bad as Pittsburgh. Seriously, it's right there. Not to mention, the Angels have the starting pitching advantage also. I know Logan Allen has better looking numbers than Tyler Anderson right now, but I don't think any respectable baseball mind is going to sit there and tell you Logan Allen is a better starting pitcher than Tyler Anderson. And to add even more to it, it's a lefty-lefty matchup. Now, the Angels have cooled off against lefties, just 20th in the last 2 weeks, but you want to know where Cleveland sits on that list? Dead last, 30th. In the last 2 weeks, the Cleveland Guardians are batting just 167 against left-handed pitching. Not even a small sample size. I'm talking about 111 plate appearances, 167. How do we not bet the Angels? I don't love that the lines moved 30 cents towards Cleveland. Scares me a bit, but the public's all over the Guardians here early. So give me the Angels money line at plus 105 next game. Astros at White Sox. JP France versus Michael Kopech. Yeah, I'm skipping it. I don't know how to gauge either of those pitchers next game. Royals at Brewers. As I'm recording this, we don't know who's starting for Kansas City yet. I'll probably have a bet for this one on the 4 p.m. live show, but as of right now, I got nothing. Next game. Cubs at Twins. Drew Smyly pitching against Sonny Gray. Minnesota opens up as minus 145 favorites. Total opens up at 8. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, first 5, we're looking at 1-0 Cubs. Final score, 2-0 Cubs. Huge lean on the under from the model, and I couldn't agree more. I feel that's pretty spot on. Both of these lineups look absolutely dead. Twins finally scored 5 runs yesterday against the Padres, of course, to screw our Padres bet up. But the Padres, I watched that game, and the Padres bullpen handed them 3 of those 5 runs. Both teams with great starting pitchers on the mound. Sonny Gray pitching for Minnesota. Cubs are just 18th against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. Cubs lineup certainly not hitting like it was in mid-April. Cubs have Drew Smyly on the mound. Twins are just 25th against left-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks, 27th in the last 30 days. This Twins lineup hasn't hit lefties this whole season. Add on the fact that we have 2 top 5 bullpens. In the last 2 weeks, Twins are 5th, Cubs are 3rd. So yeah, I'm playing the under here. It's at 8. Give me the under 8 next game. Phillies at Rockies. I want to take Colorado money line so bad at plus 135. Taijuan Walker coming off his best start of the season. That was at home. On his career, he's been significantly better at home than on the road. Now he goes on the road, but not just anywhere. He goes to Coors Field to pitch against a Rockies lineup that's been hitting right-handed pitching. Austin Gomer pitching for the Rockies. Phillies can't hit lefties. They haven't hit lefties all year. Colorado at plus money. The table is set for a perfect Rockies plus 135 bet. The reason I can't 100% get there is Taijuan Walker somehow has crazy good numbers against Colorado, even at Coors Field. He's got 5 career starts at Coors Field, and he's been good in pretty much every single one of them. So he's been dominant against the Rockies. So I'm going to stay off this one next game. Texas at Oakland. Martin Perez pitching against Ken Waldichuk. Our boy Ken's on the mound. Texas opens up as minus 130 favorites. Total opens up at 8. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, we're looking at 6-2 Rangers after 5 innings. Final score 10-4 Rangers, so huge lean on the over there. I know it may seem like the Rangers bats have cooled off, just 6 runs in their last 3 games, but all 3 of those games were against right-handed starters, but not just any righties. That was George Kirby, Logan Gilbert, and Luis Castillo, but with a good Seattle Mariners bullpen behind them. Now they get to see a lefty, and not just any lefty. They get to see our boy Ken, Big Kenny on the mound. Ken Waldichuk, aka the human pitching machine. Ken Waldichuk has a 7.25 ERA on the season, and check this out. The last 7 left-handed starters to see Texas own a combined 9.56 ERA with 2.5 home runs per 9. Good luck, Kenny. Seriously, good luck. And I know Oakland's bats have shown signs of life against lefties this year, so Martin Perez on the road might worry you a bit. But in his 3 trips to Oakland last season, he pitched on the road in Oakland 3 times last year. He threw a combined 20 innings, allowing just 2 total runs combined. So he's owned Oakland over the course of his career. There's a reason the run line is so expensive here. I'm not scared of the VIG. Give me Texas minus 1.5, minus 120 next game. Giants at D-backs. I'm skipping this one for now. Ross Stripling was originally supposed to pitch. Now it looks like it's going to be Alex Wood. I'd say over or pass. I might have a bet for this on the 4 p.m. live show, but as of right now, nothing. Next game. Last up, Padres at Dodgers. Blake Snell versus Dustin May. Dodgers open up as minus 140 favorites. Total opens up at 9. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. After 5 innings, we're looking at 4-2 Dodgers. Final score 5-2 Dodgers. Well, I can tell you straight up, I'm not betting the Padres here. Not only have they completely bitten me in the ass 2 games in a row against the Twins, but they're playing the Dodgers, who have basically owned them for 3 straight years. Blake Snell did pitch well against the Dodgers in their first matchup, but that was at home. We're now on the road in LA. Snell has struggled on the road for a few seasons now. Look at Snell's numbers on the road this year. A 4.42 WOBA. That's crazy. And a 20% walk rate. He is walking more guys than he's striking out. You cannot be giving out free base runners to the Dodgers in LA. Dodgers should absolutely smack this guy. As far as Dustin May, well, San Diego did just see him less than a week ago. I'm not crazy about that. But he absolutely blanked the Padres lineup. 6 innings, just 3 hits, no runs. That was on the road in San Diego. And remember when the Dodgers bullpen was struggling like 3-4 weeks ago? We were talking about it on the live show. They were towards the bottom in the MLB in bullpen WOBA. Well, now in the last 2 weeks, they're actually first. They figured their shit out. Bullpen's hot. Definitely on the Dodgers here. Minus 135 sucks, but I'm going to lay it because the Dodgers just own the Padres. Give me the Dodgers money line minus 135. If anything changes with any of these bets, I will let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, be sure to check us out on the live show. We're going live at 4 p.m. We're going to go through all 15 games, go through the line movement, see if anything changed. So if you're free at 4 p.m. Eastern time, definitely join us. MLB Friday night, the best night to bet baseball in my opinion. Let's have ourselves a green one. Remember to bet responsibly, and I will talk to you on Twitter.